Taipei, a city where neon lights meet night markets, modern skyscrapers sit next to ancient temples, and the streets buzz with scooters, street food, and bubble tea. But the big question, how much does it actually cost to live here? Whether you're a digital nomad, an expat, or just curious about life in Taiwan's capital, this video is your ultimate breakdown of the cost of living in Taipei. From rent and food to transportation and entertainment, we'll show you exactly how much you need to live comfortably, or even luxuriously, in this vibrant city. So, is Taipei budget-friendly, or will it empty your wallet before you even settle in? Let's find out. So, why Taipei? What makes this city so special? First, quality of life. Taipei is clean, safe, and efficient. The crime rate? Super low. The healthcare? World-class. And the public transport? Fast, cheap, and so well-connected that you don't even need a car. Then there's the food scene. Taipei is a paradise for food lovers. Whether you're hitting the famous night markets for street food, trying authentic Taiwanese beef noodle soup, or splurging on Michelin-starred dim sum, this city has it all. And let's talk about nature. 1 minute, you're in the middle of a bustling metropolis. The next, you're hiking a mountain trail with stunning city views, or soaking in a natural hot spring just outside the city. Oh, and did I mention that Taipei has one of the best work-life balances in Asia? Sounds pretty great, right? All right, let's talk about rent, your biggest expense in Taipei. They half-jokingly say that apartments in Taipei are either tiny or ancient. And honestly, sometimes you hit the jackpot and get both. But hey, at least you get to live in one of Asia's coolest cities. If you want to wake up with a view of Taipei 101, expect to pay $1,200 or more for a one-bedroom in Xinyi, the city's most upscale district, packed with malls, rooftop bars, and high-end everything. Over in Dan, where you'll find parks, cafes, and a more laid-back vibe, a similar place goes for around $900 to $1,000. Want something cheaper? Zhongzheng and Songshan offer solid options around $600 to $800. And if you don't mind an older building, you can get even lower. On a tighter budget, Shilin and New Taipei City have decent studios for $500 to $600, plus bigger apartments for less if you're sharing. The best part? Taipei's ultra-modern MRT system makes everything easy. No matter where you live, you're never far from anywhere. And if you're house hunting, check out 591.com or local Facebook groups. Just be ready to pay 2 months deposit up front. If you love food, welcome to heaven. Taipei street food is legendary, cheap, delicious, and everywhere. You can eat like a king for under $4 if you stick to local spots. Head to Raohei, Shilin, or Ningxia night markets and grab a bowl of beef noodle soup, a plate of lu ru fan, braised pork rice, or a crispy scallion pancake. Love seafood? Try an oyster omelet. It's a local favorite, though a bit of an acquired taste. Breakfast? Dan Bing, egg crepes with soy milk. Classic, cheap, and filling. But here's the deal. Western food will wreck your budget. A burger, sushi, or even a simple salad can easily cost $10 to $15. And imported groceries? Insane. Want fancy cheese or a good avocado? Hope you're ready to pay triple. Groceries can be cheap if you shop smart. Stick to local markets for fresh produce, tofu, and meats. But if you're all about organic almond milk and artisanal bread, expect to spend way more than you would back home. And coffee? 7-Eleven does a decent one for $1. But if you need that specialty oat milk flat white in a hipster cafe, that'll be $5 or more. Moral of the story? Eat like a local, save like a pro. Taipei's public transport system is fast, reliable, and ridiculously efficient. Seriously, this city knows how to move people. The ultra-modern MRT, Mass Rapid Transit, is the backbone of Taipei, connecting every major neighborhood with air-conditioned trains that always run on time. And the best part? It's affordable. Fares range from 60 cents to $2 per ride, depending on the distance. If you're staying long-term, grab an Easy Card, which works on the MRT, buses, and even YouBikes. Just tap and go. Buses are another solid option, with fares starting at 50 cents, but let's be honest, if the MRT goes there, you'll probably take it instead. Want to zip around like a local? Scooter rentals are around $10 to $20 per day or $100 to $200 per month, with gas costing about $1 per liter. Just be ready for Taipei's infamous scooter swarms at red lights. But if you'd rather keep it chill, Taipei's YouBike system is fantastic. The first 30 minutes are free thanks to a city subsidy, and after that, it's 50 cents per 30 minutes for the first 4 hours. You'll see locals and expats alike cruising through the city on these bright orange bikes. Taxis are everywhere. They start at $2, but unless it's raining, public transport is always the better deal. Taipei keeps your utility costs pretty reasonable, unless you blast the AC 24/7. Electricity bills usually land between $30 and $60, but in summer, expect closer to $100. Water and gas are barely noticeable, adding about $10 a month. Internet, super fast and reliable. Home broadband costs around $30 to $40, while unlimited mobile data plans start at just $25. Plus, the city is packed with free Wi-Fi, so you're always connected, even on the go. Taipei isn't just about efficiency and convenience. It knows how to have fun. Whether you're into rooftop bars, bustling night markets, or a deep dive into history and culture, the city offers plenty of ways to unwind without draining your wallet. For nightlife lovers, expect to spend $6 to $12 on a craft beer or cocktail, while club entry runs $15 to $30, often with drinks included. Prefer a more local experience? Karaoke or KTV is huge here. A private room with friends costs around $10 to $20 per person. And yes, you'll hear some legendary off-key performances. But Taipei isn't just about late nights. If you're into culture, the National Palace Museum is a must, home to the world's largest collection of Chinese artifacts, with entry at just $10. Many other museums, like Mocha Taipei and the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, cost between $3 to $6, and some are even free on certain days. Outdoor lovers, you're in luck. Hiking Elephant Mountain for epic city views is free. The Beitu Hot Springs start at $5, and Taipei's temples offer a peaceful escape. No entrance fee required. A balanced social life, some nights out, some chill weekends, will cost around $100 to $200 a month. Go all out and you're looking at $300 or more. But with so many budget-friendly options, you don't need to spend much to enjoy Taipei's energy. All right, let's talk visas. Because no matter how much you love Taipei's night markets and skyline views, you can't just move in forever without the right paperwork. Good news first. Taiwan offers visa-free entry for many nationalities, usually for 30 to 90 days. That's perfect if you're just testing the waters. But if you want to stick around longer, you'll need a real plan. The most common option? The Gold Card Visa, a game changer for skilled professionals. If you work in tech, finance, arts, or other high-demand industries, you might qualify. It's a 1 to 3 year visa that even lets you freelance or start a business. Not in that field? No worries. Many expats teach English with a work visa. Schools handle the paperwork. Or they enroll in language programs for a student visa, which, by the way, lets you stay as long as you're studying. And for the digital nomads, Taiwan doesn't have a dedicated digital nomad visa yet, but many people do visa runs, hopping to nearby countries like Japan or the Philippines and coming back on a fresh tourist visa. Just don't overdo it, or immigration might raise an eyebrow. If Taipei feels like home, there's a way to make it happen. You just need to pick the right path. On average, living in Taipei will cost you around $1,300 per month, covering all the essentials. Rent will likely be your biggest expense, taking up around $700 if you want a comfortable one-bedroom in a decent area. Food comes next, with about $350 getting you a mix of affordable local eats and occasional splurges on pricier meals. Transportation is a breeze and won't break the bank, adding up to just $50 a month if you stick to the MRT and buses. Utilities and internet are also budget-friendly, coming in at another $50. Entertainment, whether it's grabbing drinks, exploring the city, or catching a show, will set you back about $100. And for everything else, like shopping, toiletries, or unexpected expenses, you'll want to keep another $50 aside. Is Taipei expensive? That depends on your perspective. If you're coming from New York, London, or Tokyo, the cost of living here will feel refreshingly affordable. But compared to cities like Bangkok or Ho Chi Minh City, Taipei's rent and Western food prices might seem a bit high. That said, your lifestyle plays a huge role. If you're on a tight budget, you can get by on $900 to $1,000 a month by renting a smaller place, eating mostly local food, and relying on the city's incredibly cheap public transport. But if you want a bit more comfort, regular nights out, and weekend trips, you're looking at closer to $1,500 or even $2,000 per month. Taipei isn't a destination for shoestring backpackers, but for what you get, safety, convenience, incredible food, and an overall amazing quality of life, it's absolutely worth the price. Taipei has a way of pulling people in, or pushing them out. Some expats come for a year and end up staying a decade, while others book their flight home after just a few months. So what makes people stay, and why do some decide it's not for them? For those who love it, Taipei is a dream. It's one of the safest cities in the world. Everything runs insanely smoothly, and the food scene is unbeatable, from dumpling shops to bubble tea on every corner. Public transport is flawless, and you can go from a high-tech cafe in the city to a mountain hot spring in less than an hour. Work-life balance? Way better than in many Western cities. But then there's the other side. The weather? Brutal. Summers are hot and humid, with typhoons bringing intense storms. Winters are chilly, gray, and damp. No central heating means you'll be cold even indoors. Then there are the earthquakes. Taiwan gets a lot of them, most small, some big enough to shake your walls and rattle your nerves. And of course, there's the elephant in the room, China. While life in Taipei feels normal and peaceful, the political tension with China is always in the background. Nothing disruptive day to day, but for some, it's an uneasy thought. Social life can also be hit or miss. Taiwanese people are warm and friendly, but breaking into local circles takes effort, especially if you don't speak Mandarin. Some expats love the calm, laid-back lifestyle, while others find it a bit too quiet, especially if they're used to high-energy, fast-paced cities. In the end, Taipei isn't for everyone, but if you can handle the quirks, you'll find a city that's safe, vibrant, and full of hidden gems. Many who come for just a year find themselves staying far longer than they ever expected. Most people see Taipei as ultra-modern, but take a walk through the older neighborhoods, and you'll find hidden temples, Japanese-era buildings, and tiny family-run tea shops that have been around for generations. And despite its high-tech image, Taipei is deeply traditional. Fortune-telling is a serious business here. People consult bird oracles, face readers, and even temple gods before making big life decisions. One last thing, this city sleeps early. By midnight, the streets are quiet and most shops are closed. So if you're a night owl looking for chaos, Taipei might surprise you. Taipei is safe, modern, and efficient, with incredible food, top-tier public transport, and easy access to nature. It's got big city perks without big city stress, less traffic, low crime, and a decent cost of living compared to Tokyo or Hong Kong. But it's not for everyone. The humidity is brutal, earthquakes are a reality, and political tensions with China exist. Some expats struggle without Mandarin, and nightlife isn't as wild as Bangkok or Seoul. Still, many who visit end up staying for years. Would Taipei work for you? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this, a simple like would mean a lot.